Man, I'm so glad you asked me that question. I think it taught me, number one, that my God is real. So, it strengthened my faith. Can't do any of this, and very spiritual. And I have to say that everything that He's prepared me for this moment and where I am now. To your
Mhm.
point, there wasn't a single path or step that I took that has not played a part in helping me. But sometimes we just don't see that. Or a door that's shutting, a failure, something that happened was all working.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds, and I'm excited to be here today. Excited because I have another fantastic guest who lens we get to peek through, right? You know me, if you've been following me long enough. This is the highlight of what I do is being able to talk to new people because they are the expert at what they do. Can't nobody do them like them. And so I'm so glad that they bring their expertise to this platform and we get to just glean to their knowledge and their experience. And this person, listen, no different. He loved teaching people what to avoid. And I love that he is an out of the box thinker. I think we're probably gonna get into a little bit of his background. You're gonna see why he's diverse in the way he can look at things from different angles. And so I am so happy to introduce to you all Mr. Bruzenskey Bois. Mr. Bruzenskey, how did I do with that name, man? Did I do all right?
Well, you did really well. So it's part of my brand, so I
Yes.
understand that I do have a unique name, hence why I have the website, Bruzenskey.com.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love it, man. Listen, I believe putting respect on people's names, so I absolutely love it, man. I just want to make sure I put the amount of respect on it, so I absolutely love it, man. And listen, brother, I want to dive in. I want you to tell people what your main focus is these days. I would love for you to give us a little bit of an origin story of kind of how you got into real estate. We love the hero's journey. And if you don't mind telling us where you are geographically, man, we love to know where you are, what part of the world you're in. And so, sir, you got the floor, man.
Absolutely. Well, no, I appreciate you guys for having me. Quentin, I appreciate you for taking the time out to have this conversation with me. I really appreciate, your podcast and what you guys are doing and putting, other uh, experts on and really sharing their story. So I'm honored and I'm humbled to be able to share my story. But a little bit of a background for me, for those that don't know me right now, I'm in Tampa, Florida. Hopefully they say that we're going to get some snow this weekend. So we don't know, but climate change is real. So we'll see,
Right.
but I'm a Florida native, Florida boy. I am from a small town called Miami-Dade County, 305 for sure. I joke when I say small town, but yeah, I grew up in Miami, first generation Haitian, from a Haitian family. My parents came to this country with nothing. I was born here for me to have an opportunity here, to do what I do. Growing up, the park played a huge part in the influence in my life. So as a kid, I knew early on that I would want to design parks to keep kids off
Hmm.
the street. So I went to school for architecture. I went to University of South Florida. When I was in school, I got into the music industry and was doing parties, promoting events, and started to promote artists. And then shortly after I graduated, a buddy of mine, who's still in the music industry right now, like a brother to me, he said, "Hey, you just need a job. Work at this leasing office. Just
Mm,
an apartment community." I was like, "Okay,
mm,
well, work at a leasing office." And it was there when the light bulb went off for me. I was a leasing consultant, helping the assistant property manager process checks, and I thought I made a mistake and I processed too many checks or duplicated it. And I said, "Hey, it was a Saturday. I was working by myself." And I told her, I said, "I think I processed too many checks. This says $300,000." And she's like, "No, that's right. It's about how much money this community makes per month." And at that time, I never could have fathomed, this was like a 200 plus community of doors. And I was like,
mm.
wait, 300,000 plus dollars come through this community a month?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
I said, I need to own one of these things. I
Yeah.
said, how do I get on the other side? So fast forward 2014, a fraternity brother of mine taught me about wholesaling. I became a junkie for all these seminars and webinars and communities. I joined all of them. Anything I can get to soak up the game. And I recommend anybody who's wanting to get information to be a part of it. It's worth it. Did my first wholesale deal in 2014, and then partnered with another mentor of mine, Jason Gaston, who was running a RIA, Real Estate Investment Association, and I helped him coordinate some of these meetings. So what I did was took my music industry background on coordinating events and said,
Mm,
put on an event. I can get people in a room,
yeah.
but instead of a club and a DJ and security and renting artists to come to the club, now I am coordinating other investors, lenders, title companies, contractors, and getting them in the room. And for years, I had the opportunity to sit in these rooms. Because I think at the time, I joked with my friend today and said I was a better event coordinator than I was a real estate investor at time. So I leveraged that skill set to allow me to learn the skills that I have now within the industry. So fast forward, started doing my own flips, got into real estate developing in 2019. But my space and the way I navigated was through organizations. And
Yeah.
that's how I
Right.
recommend other folks to get into it. I was part of different organizations. And by doing that, I was able to learn a lot, network a lot, and work my way up within the industry and still maintain a full time job. And my job was a property manager
Yeah.
working at apartment communities. So that still gave me the skill sets to understand performers, budgets, my team, sales, to be on that side of the fence of when people were investing in these larger apartment portfolios. Well, I was responsible for ensuring that we hit our NOI every month. And
Yeah.
of course, they would just give me a little bonus every now and again. Once I knew the numbers, I'm like, you gave me that little bonus, but I just made you, you know. But fast forward, that's kind of a little bit of a background right now. I am a faculty member for a nonprofit organization called Incremental Development Alliance, where we
Okay.
do educate small scale developers on how to, from start to finish in various aspects, how to get into small scale development. I do own a company called Bois Enterprises, where I too invest in small scale development. I do coaching. I teach folks how to get into that space of small scale development as well as landlord and property management. Right now, I'm building about 30 homes in Albany, Georgia, where we're developing about 5.6 acres. And we're doing about 14 townhomes and 16 duplexes. And got a couple other projects that I'm just currently looking at. And I'm very excited to be here talking to you today because my goal is to really work with as many people as I can to help them navigate the real estate space by making it a little bit more simplified and easier to understand, allowing them to have the right mindset to get over the hurdle that to get started. A lot of
Yeah.
folks they want to do it and they're just like they don't know where to get started. So I'll help you get started. And then debunking the myth of funding and saying, "Oh, I can't get this done." Although that's a pain point now, but it's also an opportunity where I can learn how to navigate through the different funding challenges to getting into a deal. So really excited to be here, and I appreciate you for giving me this platform to share my story.
If you're looking for consistent, high quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for taking us to the journey. And man, as you was talking, I was writing down the resume, right? Because listen, I have a saying where I say destiny has no wasted moments, right? Meaning like as you go through life, each destination teaches you something by yourself. I mean, I was writing down the resume. We talking about Haitian descent, architecture, music, worked at a leasing office, 2004 went into wholesale, in 2019 went in development, property management, nonprofit coaching. Bro, if Destiny had no wasted moment was a person, bro, it's you. It's you, bro. So my question is, man, through all these things that you have acquired, what has destiny taught you about you? As you got into the real estate space, as you got to where you are now, going through just one cycle after the next and being successful and developing, what has destiny taught you about you?
Man, I'm so glad you asked me that question. I think it taught me, number one, that my God is real. So, it strengthened my faith. I can't do any of this, and I'm very spiritual. And I have to say that everything that he's prepared me for this moment and where I am now. To your
Hmm.
point, there wasn't a single path or step that I took that has not played a part in helping me. But sometimes we just don't see that. A door that's shutting, a failure, something that happened was all working. There's a song I listen to every day, but it's called All Things Are Working for My Good.
More,
Hard to see that. And in real estate, I focus a lot of my teaching is mindset. Because if you're gonna get into this game, if you don't have the right mindset, don't even waste your time.
yeah,
Don't do it.
yeah,
Focus on that because there will be challenges, there will be failures, but it's really about how you take those challenges and how you adapt to them. And then you can apply that as an investor, right? It's just a matter of, and even as a CEO or starting your own company, your job is to solve problems. So the ability to embrace problems and figure out how to turn them into something good, I think my experiences and my journeys has taught me to say, okay, music industry standpoint, now I can coordinate events. Well, now I can get, as I said, certain people in a room.
yeah,
The architecture standpoint, I love beautiful design. I love designing with a purpose. I do come from a new urbanist perspective when it comes to designing well, applying that, right? Now, just being able to work with various nonprofits and understanding that properties don't sell themselves, land
yeah,
doesn't sell themselves, buildings don't sell themselves, people sell these products.
mm,
It's people going through things that makes things available, in terms of, if someone's going through a distress situation and you're providing them with the solution. So I think that all of my experiences, I'm grateful. Of course, therapy helps. So for
yeah.
all those non-believers in therapy, go get some help. Like you'll go talk to a realtor to help you, list a property, but talk to somebody to help you understand yourself. So I think when I'm faced with challenging moments, my journey has taught me more about learning how to use my negatives and turn it into a positive.
Man, I absolutely love it, man. Thank you for sharing from a place of transparency. And I also call it a gift of your vulnerability. So thank you for sharing. That song, is that the Fred Hammond song? That's Fred Hammond version we talking about?
Come on, come on.
And we here on the therapy aspect too. Two things that ground me is my faith in therapy. Those two things. Listen, man, I think when you get into biblical context, talk about renewing of the mind, it's all about therapeutic practice, if you ask me. So I hear you, man, on that. Again, man, thank you for sharing your story. Now, I know every successful entrepreneur, business person most of the time they have rubbed up against some type of adversity, right? Like the road to success is built on having to overcome adverse, situations. And so I would love to know, man, have you bumped up against some adversity as you was building and becoming successful?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
No, absolutely. I think even redefining success. I don't think it's a destination. You said something very clear. I can sit up here with you right now and be on this podcast, but there's still adversity that I'm dealing with. There's still
Mm,
adversity I'm currently dealing with. When I hang up this call, I still have to deal with my adversity. And there are other people that feel like they can't go on, they can't move on, or they're not successful because they have to deal with adversity. So I want to just, again, I like to debunk thoughts and push and innovate.
yeah.
Disruptive Innovation, which is a book by T.D. Jakes too, which is a game changer.
Woo.
So if you
Yeah.
haven't read that,
Yeah.
definitely a great book. But I think that I can share some previous adversity and I can share some current. I want people to see that adversity does not stop you.
Yeah.
Adversity does not mean you're not successful.
Yeah.
So it's continual to be moving and moving forward, irregardless. Some days you might be running. Martin Luther King said this. Some days you might run. Some days you might walk. Some days you might crawl, but just keep moving forward.
Mm,
So one of the biggest adversities I think that for me was when I shifted from in college, I didn't go to college and got out of college and went into architecture
mm,
program or school. It was some challenges, right? I got into the music industry. I was like, you know what, maybe I'll do this full time. Maybe I should just get into music. But then that wasn't working out. So when I got into property management, it was hard for me to transition from the music industry to get into what I call at the time corporate
yeah.
America and stuff like that
Mhm.
because you go from the nightlife to now a day job.
Yeah.
I read the Russell Simmons book at that time called Do You.
Mm,
That was a big game changer in my mindset and doing that. So overcoming that. And then getting into the real estate industry, I took a lot of losses. I lost a lot. All my deals didn't go well. It was like I said, it was really, really hard at the time when you check every box, you do everything you thought was to do, you put your all into it and still fail.
yeah.
What do you do then? And
Mm,
of course, being spiritually grounded, reading stories about Job,
yeah.
and understanding what Job went through and not just saying, "You know what? This isn't real. This is, forget all this," and walking away, but really saying, "Okay, God, what do you want to show me now?" And leaning into my community and my mentors, and asking them like and being vulnerable and transparent at
Yeah.
the time, like, "Hey,
Mm,
I messed up."
mm,
It's hard to call one of your investors and saying, "Hey, look, I lost."
mm,
But you got to stand there. You got to still have that integrity. You still got to have those tough conversations, and you still have to be like, "Hey, I'm still going to do everything I can do to make sure that we do good business, right?" And being
yeah.
okay with failing and failing forward
Yeah.
and learning from your failures and getting back on. And that's why I feel most confident in going forward now is because I took lumps, I took those bumps, but I got back on that horse. And it's not an
Yes,
easy
sir.
thing,
Yes, sir.
And one of my mentors helped me see that if you do two deals and one deal, let's just say you do one deal. I know people that are one and done in this industry,
Yeah.
not to put my friends out. They did a
Right.
deal, they was trying to be a landlord. They was like, I tried it. I'm not doing it anymore. And I tell them, I'm like, I get it. It was a rough experience, but imagine if you'd have did 4 deals and only one of them went wrong. Is that still
Mm,
bad? Imagine if you do 10 deals and 2 of them went wrong. Now let's just talk football. You got
mm,
16 games in a season. Some teams make it to the playoffs, losing 4 games. It could be the
mhm.
first 4 games that they lost. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
I think that for me, overcoming adversity and failure has been my not superpower, but leaning into the failures. And that's why I want to teach people from the standpoint of you come here, you want to learn game. You can ask me about what you do that one, this and that. I don't want to talk about that right now. Let me tell you what I did that where I lost. Let me tell you what I did that cost me this. Let me show you how I made this mistake and using that mistake and leveraging it as your superpower to be a better, you know, but that takes a certain mindset to accept that failure and stand on it and say, look, I was wrong. Like, man, I calculated this, the market shift, something went wrong
Mm,
and being okay. And I try to teach my kids that now there's confidence in your ability to take accountability,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Love it. I mean, of course, the grounding principle that we take from biblical context is that trials come to make us strong. That's what they come. They come to fortify who you are. It tests, puts you in the fire and tests what's on the inside because what's on the inside is what's going to come out, right? I have a saying where I say failure is fertilizer. That's all it is. It's fertilizer. That's it. You put it in the ground. And bro, when you mostly look at fertilizer, we talk about dung, we talk about horse manure. So it looks like mess. But if you but if you stay there long enough, that thing is going to fertilize you. It's going to cause you to grow. So sometimes you got to have roots in the mess. You got to have roots in the mess because as you grow out of that, you're going to become strong. So you definitely write that down. Take that. That's listen. I ain't heard that nowhere. That's a Q original.
Let me go ahead and
That's a Q original. So yeah, go ahead, man. Definitely. I want that thing. I want that thing in the ecosystem. I want to come. I want it to come back to me. So yeah. So put that out there.
listen.
But you know it's true though, right? Like
Oh
it's true,
my
man.
gosh.
Yeah, yeah, it's all it is, bro. That's
So
all it is.
there's a guy, and I want to add to that point. There's a guy I listen to. Hold on. His name is I just want to pull this because I didn't want to misquote him.
Mhm.
He did an interview with Jay Shetty. His name is
Uh,
Alex Hormozy. Really good guy at sales. And this podcast that I listened to was a game changer for me mentally because what he talked about was sitting with something long enough and failing at it so many times that you can't fail no more. So if I would have walked away from real estate after these failures, then I would have never know what it's like on the other side. So that's why I'm here to talk to you now, not to say that I'm a guy that everything I tried, I won, I won. I had some wins, you know. Of course, yeah, I wouldn't have kept going, or would I have? But, you know, having some failures and being able to just continue to push through is like I done failed so many times that there's certain mistakes I know I'm not making.
Man, I absolutely love it, brother. So I had to ask you, what is the next real goal for you, man? Like, what's next? What's right in front of you? What you pushing towards, man?
So of course, getting this development built in Albany, Georgia. I'm working on a few other projects as well. Just really being known as the guy that get things built and teach people how to get into real estate and get involved, you
Mm,
know, and overcoming their own mental hurdles to get into it and seeing other people be successful.
yeah,
And I'm definitely looking forward to sharing my story and sharing my testimony and things that I've been through and being more transparent about my experiences and my skill sets because I've been the guy behind the scenes for a while doing a
yeah.
lot of things. So I'm looking forward to sharing that. And like I said, getting things built and really impacting lives and helping other small scale developers throughout the United States really stop looking at their neighborhood as they are doing this to us when it's us that can really take the reins of development and really making a difference in our communities.
No, I love it, man. I'm glad you are, stepping out and doing more. Kingdom principle is that we overcome by each other's testimony. So literally, you're going to cause somebody to overcome because of your testimony, because you're putting yourself out there. And so I'm glad that you're doing that. I'm glad you feel the release because this is what it's all about, man. Creating that ecosystem, putting seeds in the ground, planting seeds, and watching God give the increase. So I'm so glad, man, that you're out here putting yourself out here. I'm so glad that connecting here for you to share your story. And so I'm appreciative that you was on, man. And let me ask you, if someone wanted to get in contact with you, if they wanted to collaborate with you, if they wanted to reach out to you, how can they get in contact with you, man?
Man, I'm so glad you asked. So please, please reach out to me. You know, I am currently looking for people to work with and to partner with, to learn from, to grow from, you know, so you can definitely check out my website. You know, you can go to my last name, boysenterprises.com. You can actually, you know, join my mailing list. So I give out tips and I'm always giving out free game, free knowledge. Follow me on Instagram. It's at Bruzenskey, my first name. That's Bruzenskey. Or you go to Bruzenskey.com. It'll lead you to my website. You know, please just reach out to me. You can call me directly. I'm going to give you my phone number. My phone number is 656 Shoot me a text, give me a call. Let's set up a time to talk. I want to hear from you. I want to learn about your projects. Follow Incremental Development Alliance. Join that group as well, where you can learn small scale development. But just, tap into me on my website, follow me on social media. I have a lot of exciting information that I give out for free to share. Join my
Mm,
circle. And I do a lot of free workshops,
mm,
that you can participate in just to get game from. But definitely join my ecosystem, by again following me at Brzezinski on IG. I give out a lot of information, or voiceenterprises.com. I do have some publications. I have a book out there on Amazon, 2 books, that you can check out. One is a faith journal. I do believe in journaling, but it's a journal that you can use for your everyday use. But I drop a little gems and biblical context, but also even not even spiritual. I drop quotes and motivation, because when I was in a dark place, it
mm,
was these quotes that helped me to move on. So myself and my team put together a faith journal that's on Amazon. It's $20. It's not a lot. Just
mm,
look it up, pick it up. And I also have something on Amazon, 10 tips for landlords. It's only $10, a quick read, but it gives you a plethora of information if you want to get started in becoming a landlord. You can get that information on Amazon or on my website. You sign up today, I'll give you a free ebook. As soon as you put your email address in, you'll get a free ebook of the 10 tips for landlords. So again, I'm just not looking to just you join my network. I'm giving out gifts as well. So please go ahead and support. And I look forward to meeting everyone and learning your stories and networking.
Man, brother. So, three things I want to say to you. First, thank you for your time
Absolutely.
because we can put a premium on our time, right? Our time is our most precious commodity. So, definitely thank you for your time. Two, thank you for your story. Thank you for your transparency, your authenticity. Thank you for the gift of your vulnerability. I put a premium on stories. I think you're going to understand this when I say it. Jesus taught in parables. So
Mm.
stories are powerful. Our stories are powerful as a way of breaking through the monotony and getting right to the soul. So definitely thank you for your story. And lastly, man, thank you for your perspective, for your mindset and bringing that mindset to this platform. I greatly appreciate you, Bruzinski.
And thank you so much. And I look forward to following you. And please, you guys go continue to support him. If you're on this site and you're supporting him, or if you're part of my network and you're getting this podcast, please go support my man right now, ASAP.
Well, listen, y'all heard him. Y'all, if you've been watching me, you know this. That what I was transitioning to. Definitely check out my bro here. Look in the show notes. Get all his information. Check him out. But definitely make sure you're subscribed here. I keep telling you, we're going to bring up amazing people, and I keep telling somebody, call me out when I say it and I miss the mark, because it ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna be able to call me out, because we just have incredible people that we're connecting with. So, Mr. Boyce. Thank you so much, sir. I greatly appreciate you. And everyone else, we'll see you on the next time.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.